do a warm up, so I just wanted to be on live while I do that. So here we go. This is nice. This is very new. Now my quality is actually going to look good, so I might keep these up. Currently doing Clark 1. Welcome. I am doing Clark 1. Oh, they left. Okay. Let me go back. So let's try it. Hi, every person. I'm playing Clark 1. Currently looking at my computer as I play, but I'm doing a vertical live stream. Oh, I didn't push start. Be quick. Hi, people. I am playing Clark 1, and I'm playing it at 200 beats per minute. Okay, give myself a break. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in the comments so I won't interrupt as much when I am talking. But basically, I'm doing Clark 1, and so I'm practicing it. I'm so surprised that there's 3 people here because it is really difficult to find a chat on YouTube. I didn't realize how hard it was. This was kind of difficult to set this all up. So let's try this. I'm going to write a caption. How do I write something in here? It doesn't matter too much. But I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to go up an octave. funny. Oh. There it is. Hello, hello. I am practicing Clark 1. And what I'm doing, I'm just staying on the first page, but I'm just doing up an octave each one. Oh. Wow, that's hard. It's weird because I thought I would be able to do chromatics, but I'm actually having a little trouble. So I'm gonna do it again. But I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. And so, I'm going to pause it very quickly on the tempo, but I'm going to go back. You guys notice what I just did? I try to push my way into it by playing a little louder, and that's not what I should have been doing because I was actually kind of pushing it. When I was trying to do the D up the octave, I was pushing and playing a little louder to try to like force myself to get in the notes. And then once I got my fingers right and I wasn't thinking about it, back into playing it soft, playing it the correct way that you're supposed to do it. But you're supposed to overall do it always correct. I think overall correctness would be better. But that was just something I just realized I was doing as I was practicing that. All right, so now let's do it up another octave. Let me put it back on. Alrighty. One. The hard part about this will be trying to play it soft. Okay, then I'll play A. My allergies are really messing with me today. I'm doing A, now I'm doing B flat. Oh wait, that's weird. E. Let's play E. If I probably will play that slower, and I'm gonna go back to that one after, but I'm gonna keep trying to go up because I technically was able to do it. B to F. B to F. Two. There it is. And then I'll play C, and then I'll cut it out from there. I'll give my reflections after this. Two, three. Cool. Let me pause it. Is basically, hopefully you guys noticed for my last video when I talked about slots. Now I'm understanding the value of slots because if you notice when I was going up, basically starting on B flat, going up the scale, you notice it basically kind of sounded like a slide. It was just kind of sliding up to the E and going down to the B flat, sliding up to the E. And that's still a success because you're able to get to the note. But to know that you can, once you know you play the note, now it's time to actually build it so you have a foundation for that note so you can hit it. I think the best way to build that foundation would be to work on slots going up and down, why yeah 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 yeah, and making sure you can hear the slot, because basically the slot is the change of the note. So let me try with A, B flat, B. You can hear the change of the note rather than when I go up a little higher. Like, so let's start on, let's like D. I guess that sounded like a change of note, but when you're going between them, it sounds like a slide rather than like a hit. And so what I'm noticing is that I'm guessing when I go up to that higher, and it's like because I have muscle memory enough, I can get to the note, but I need to be able to hit it without having to think. Think as in like my brain can't think, oh, where's the note at? It should just be able to like, as I'm going up, I can feel it, and I don't have to think about it anymore. So that's something I need to like really work on. And so that's what I'm trying to like wake up earlier, try to do these more practice sessions where I'm really thinking about what am I doing with my face and trumpet to get the notes that I want. Because if I'm being honest, what I'm noticing in New York is that if you can play lead and you can play consistently, and you can demonstrate that you can play it, you basically can do any kind of gig that is necessary. There are hundreds of thousands of great soloists, improv students, and people like that, but I think it takes a specific talent to learn lead. Let's see this. Oh, absolutely. Oh, wow. Okay, great. So let's see this. So yeah, let me just finish that. So playing lead, I think, is really important. So let's see this. Can you talk about playing over the 12-bar jazz blues and how you handle the functioning dominant scale choices? What do you like to play over it? Okay. So let's see. And how you handle the functioning dominant scale. Okay. Absolutely. So the functioning dominant scale. I think you're talking about. Are you talking about that? I think you're talking about that. You're asking how you handle functioning dominant scale. Okay, that's a very good question. I think I understand what you're saying. So let's talk about the that scale. So we have C. Like if we're going through it, if I had like a little board, we have C, F7, C7, C7, then F7, F7, C7, A7, and then you have D minor, G7, C7. When you're going to use that bebop jazz, you're going to use that bebop, how do you describe it? Bebop dominant scale over the C7 that goes into the F7. So let me play this. That fourth measure. So let's do it this way. The fourth measure of the blues progression, you're going to use that bebop scale. The other time you're going to use the bebop scale is during that D minor, G7 to C7, because that's a nice 2-5. You have a 2, which is the minor 2 of C7, D minor. Then you have G7, which is the dominant 5. And so those two, you're going to be using the G bebop scale. So this is the. And you're going to be using those pivots that I talked about. Because the reason it works is because the reason you do it on that fourth measure and you use it on the 9th and 10th measure of the blues kind of progression, because it's actually functioning into a chord center. So that fourth measure is functioning to go into F7. That's why it sounds good when you go. It goes into F, and it works that way. Chord like 9 and 12 bar. Chords like maybe in the 9th measure. Okay, I see. Yeah, of course, in the 12th bar as well, because that's a G7 going into C7. It's functioning as basically a 5-1 because it's going 5 to 1. G7 going into C. And the same thing happens with C7 to F7. It's C7 is, it's acting as a 5 to the 1, which is F7. Does that make sense? Hopefully I'm not confusing you. The reason that it works on the 4th measure, it works on the 12th measure is the same. It's going 5 to 1 into the new key center. For the 9th and 10th bar of the blues, it's different reason we use the blues scale or a bebop scale, and it's because it's actually functioning as a 2-5 rather than just a 5-1. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, I know math. I know. I'm trying to hopefully describe it in a way that would make more sense. If you want, I can try to do another. I could schedule. I might put a community post on scheduling another live to maybe really share my screen and maybe to talk about it a little more. And I learned this from Dr. Belk, so he helped me out a lot, and I think it's helped me conceptualize blues. So I'm not just playing the blues scale. I know, yeah, math. Let's see, Barry Harris pivot sounds great. Yeah, Barry Harris, that's the Bible kind of for jazz. I think when it came to me understanding how to use things that practice and function, that was for me helped me the most throughout my time at CCM. So I think overall, playing this, if you could just do this in every key and then talk to someone, this is what I mean when I say play this in every key. I think if you did that, if you just did it, even if you didn't understand what was going on, you were going to be so much farther ahead than everyone else because your ear is going to hear not right, but it's going to hear the notes that are in the chord changes, and you're already innately going to understand the blues language that comes with the blues scale. How about I play a little bit of it and then I talk about it? Let me I'm trying to think what would be best to do it. Maybe if I do it on here, you have to let me know if you can hear it though. That's the only problem. Let's see. Shoot, I gotta change this chord very quickly. Give me 1 second. I have to change a chord on here. This is not the computer I usually use. Okay, give me a second. Alrighty. Oh, crud. It's gonna be A7, G7. I'm using G7. I'm on my computer right now because I'm trying to change that one chord to a secondary dominant. Okay, there it is. Let me know if you hear this though, because that's the only problem, because I'm playing it on my Mac. Can you hear that? Hopefully you guys can hear that. Okay, let's see. Please, can you help with the material that can help me with jazz or blues scale, or you play some yourself that'll help me? So let's see. Help with the material that can help. Okay, so maybe you're looking for something that will help you use the jazz or blues scale. Is that what you're kind of looking for? And okay, awesome. Play trombone. That's good. Apologize. My last video is probably gonna be a little hard for you because it's all in, it's in my C, and I don't know if there's. I mean, there's definitely songs that play, blues and concert C, but I'm playing everything in my B flat. Anyways, let's see. Material that can help me with the jazz or blues scale. Like, yeah, let's maybe I play some of it. Hopefully you guys can hear it. That's what I was trying to make sure you can hear it. Okay, good. Oh, sorry. Let me do it again. Okay, so you see the first time I did it, I wasn't doing it correctly, and it probably sounded a little off. It was like, okay, what are you actually doing? When I did the second time, I was actually using the chord tones, the 3/7, like the thirds, and focusing on the thirds and sevenths, and actually kind of sound a little bit better. But let's see. Let's talk about the blues scale. Okay, if we're looking at this thing, if you look at the video, it's more about the blues scale is good because you're hitting notes that are in the overall center chord of the thing. The reason it doesn't work is because most of the song is in C7. So when you play E flat and when you play F natural, it's not gonna sound correct. Which key are you in? It's this is gonna be your concert B flat. I'm playing my C7, but I'm saying all this in my concert B flat because I play trumpet. The reason the blues scale is hard to like teach and talk about and say like, oh, this is how you can use it. The one thing I will say is that if you practice the blues scale with a little bit more intention, if you start with the blues scale in G, if you started on G, how about you do that? For the first four measures, start the blues scale on G, play the same scale, C, E flat, F, F sharp, G, B flat, C, but you're starting on G. It's gonna sound better because at least you're starting on the fifth and you're focusing on notes that are more in the key center. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play only those notes. Okay. It sounded weird because I kept playing C and then I'm trying to get to that F. But essentially, if you start on the G note, on the like the fifth basically, and then you go up the scale, you're gonna overall just sound you're gonna have a different key center where you're playing things and you're not gonna land on the E flat and the F as often. It's gonna be more passing tones, and that's what's gonna help you play the blues scale over like a blues. And then when you get to the F7, let's play that. I'm gonna go into the F7. I would focus on starting it on the minor third. So I would start on the E flat. If we're thinking of C blues scale, I would start on E flat and then start my blues scale. Let me show you this. Hopefully this makes sense. Sorry, I'm trying to play into it and it's not working. Let me play the entire progression and then I'll talk about it. I'm gonna only use the two concepts we talked about. Okay, so right there, I started on G, I started on the fifth for the first four measures, and then I played E flat and it sounded right. Why? Because I started on the seventh. You're not gonna go wrong by starting on the seventh of the chord, especially when it's a dominant. So, that's something that's very important when you're thinking about this quarterly. You have to think about it because blues, you can always play something that's just a riff, but it's gonna get boring after a while. So, overall, I think that when we're looking at this tune and just tunes in general, we got to think about the thirds and sevenths. That's the bare minimum. You're going to sound right just by knowing where to land on those thirds and sevenths. Then you can get into, then when you play the blues scale, you're going to be able to apply it so much better. And I appreciate that, Marshall. Yeah, if you guys could leave a thumbs up, that'd be fantastic. You don't know how much it helps in the algorithm, and I know it's so annoying when YouTubers say that, but it actually really does because it pushes it out to different people. So I appreciate that. Thank you, Marshall. But yeah, so that is kind of what I would recommend when it comes to using that blues scale. Does that answer your question? If you have any more questions about that specifically, please leave them down in the comments below. This is cool. So yeah, let me know if you have any more questions. I'm not gonna keep playing unless there's like a specific, because I don't want to like miss something or like think that it's not addressing it. So just leave it down in the comments, and I'll make sure to address it. And I'll make sure to post this as well because I think you guys are getting some value from it. I might cut it from the warm up, but I may just label it. I don't know. Yeah, what's up? What's the question? Also, please leave down below what song I should do next for my how-to tutorial. I'm trying to debate like if I should do a rhythms changes song, which is going to take a little longer because it's actually kind of difficult to like talk about rhythm changes, or if I should just do another tune that you guys have been looking to like talk about. And the last thing is that I have like 9 other jazz tunes that I've recorded and I never posted. So I apologize, but I might be posting a lot in a minute. So let's see this. Okay, I'm not tutoring. I blasted most of the time when I play. Okay. I'm a rookie player for 1 year. Just followed. Nice. Oh, I appreciate it. Thank nice dude. He said, okay, cool, man. So did you play trumpet? Is that what you mean, Tony? That'd be cool. My question is, what can I do to improve my tone and still pitch well? Good question. Okay, yeah. So it's kind of nuanced, but the main thing is, you got to make sure that overall your embouchure is in the right spot, right? That's why I try to do my videos this way so you can kind of see where it is. But I was very lucky. I had a good teacher, so he told me to like think of M. Think about putting a penny between here, M, and it's only really controlled air. A lot of times we're taught to buzz, and it doesn't really support overall how we're supposed to be playing trumpet. So it sounds a little rough. So what I would say is see how much movement your lip is giving and see if you can separate it out. I think that's the best overall advice because I don't know specifically what is providing that that roughness. So let's see. Yeah, play trumpet. Cool, 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 cool. What kind like I guess what year? What kind of music you into? Like kind of curious on what it is. But the person that asked about the blues, this scale, this progression that I learned is so good. I think you guys should write it down or listen to it. It's this sounds always good over a blues scale, no matter where you start it. So I'm gonna play it fast and then I'll play it slow. So what I do, I'll play it slow. That is a cool lick. So it's going G. So it's basically like if I'm looking at the blues scale like this, G, B flat. It's like ba 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 ba. It is so cool. It sounds good over anything, especially if you have like a break where it's like ba ba do like at the end of like the song or yeah end of like you're playing the melody. And then you play that. It brings that cool like fastness, and then it doesn't force you to keep going quick because it's just so laid back. It's very cool. I think you guys would like it. How I blow those high notes. Okay, I got you. Let's see this. Do you learn with tonic solfas? I don't actually know what a tonic solfa is. Mouth position. Does the lick have a name? It doesn't have a name. I learned this from saxophone player when I was in Boardman, where I grew up, and I mean, it's just so cool. And that was one of the biggest things I learned from his lesson. He taught me all these other things too, but when he played that, I was like, oh my gosh. I don't know what it's called. I mean, the closest I think it would be called would be a skipping interval, like an intervallic lick. Like maybe if you look up blues intervallic lick, you might find it. But if you write out the blues scale, like just C, E flat, F, G, B flat, C, it's really just the blues pentatonic, minor pentatonic, and just go, and you kind of play with it a little bit, you'll hear it pretty quickly. Tonic, okay, so this is have a name, thermo. So tonic solfas are like do, re, mi, fa. Oh, okay, so you're asking, okay, you asked for, sorry, let me get to the blow high notes. How do you blow high notes? I'm not gonna lie, Claudia, I feel like I learned blowing high notes this year. And not this year, 2024, but since maybe summer of last year. It's weird because I was never someone that would, I guess maybe after or maybe just a year, like last year, because it was my first time playing Cinderella musical, and I had to hit up a D, and I was nervous, because it's not that hard. But for some reason, because I was playing all this other stuff, it was hard to get to that note. So I talked to Dr. Belk and I asked him how do I practice this so I don't bust my chops? Because I had six more performances. I had six performances of this, and I was sometimes I get it, sometimes I don't. And it was such a cool it's such a lead part that you really have to hit it. It's like this. So it's like this. I don't really know how it all went, but it was like. sounds so elite that you have to hit it. You can't really play it down the octave. And I knew exactly what I wanted to hear, but I couldn't get it. So what he told me was, what you need to do is like do some whisper tones. This is what a whisper tone is. Because what that does is it gets your corners activated. So when you're ready to play those notes, your corners are already ready and your lips are still relaxed because you're not playing hard. The second thing is the slots. So going from F sharp. And you're going, so first you do quarter notes, then you do eighth notes, then you do triplets, then you do 16th notes. So I'll do it very quickly because I know there's some comments and I don't want to miss them. I didn't really do it right because I didn't have a metronome on, and I recommend doing metronome. That helped me a lot, and I didn't even do it for that long. So that's why I'm trying to really get back into like building my range rather than just testing it, because I want to be able to hit those consistently. But anyways, the first thing would be whisper tones. The second thing would be the slots. Really, because the reason slots work is because it's not pushing you out of your limits. It's getting you comfortable where you're playing right now. So that's why it's good for anyone, because you can play, as long as you can play a G or play an F sharp, you can build your range still without feeling like you're busting it every time. The third thing is that you need to like attempt to go up in that range. Now, I'm not saying you should hurt yourself in getting there, but I think you need to attempt going up higher. So as in like, you need to see how far you can go without changing anything. If it putters out, it putters out. Even if it gets air and you hear the note, that's better than not trying at all. Because it's like a muscle. Like, you can think about it, and sometimes even thinking about it, like, helps you like conceptualize, okay, this is where the note is. But you have to try hitting those notes. So if you want to hit an F sharp, you have to try to hit E's and F's to get to that point. So let's see this. Let me see this. Claudia, let me know if that answers your question. Those are the three things that I would recommend. And this is like a shameless plug, but Dr. Belk's book has the slots exercise in it, and it's been very helpful for me because I'm like, that's something I want to build. I want to build consistently. I think it's very important because that's how a lot of trumpet players get really nice gigs. They have really good tone and they have good, really high range. Again, please, if you guys are very willing, please put a like. This really does help the algorithm, especially when I post it. People will think that, know that there's some value coming from this. So if you guys wouldn't mind, please leave me a like. I would really, 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 really appreciate it. So let's get this. So I'm from Nigeria, and what we know and work with are tonic sulfas. Okay, so you're talking about the do re mi. I'm apologize. I don't know too much about that. Like the do re mi. Like, I don't really use it much. Like, I'm never ever looking at a tune and saying, like, I can't even like give an example. Like, I'm never thinking do re mi or mi so fa. Like, kind of like, that's just not what I do. Like, I'm usually thinking 1 2 3 5, 1 2 3 4 5, or the 9th, the 11th, the 13th, things like that. So I guess I just don't have any specific help in that sense. Skipping interval, name it that. A skipping interval. Okay, cool. Yeah, Toddy, that's smart. Just say that as the name. But yeah, I think it must be quite a step when you finally figure out the high notes. I don't think I figured it out. There's this one creator. You can hear that he can hit it. Like, when you hear his changing of notes, you can hear the click. If I can find a link, I'll send it and put in the community post. But that's what I'm trying to get at. And especially with Dr. Belk, like, he could do the same thing. Like, he could, like, as he's getting higher, you can hear the click of each note getting like locking in. It's kind of like locked in, like it's locked in, So that's something that I'm trying to get to. It's frustrating because it takes a long time because you're building a muscle and you want it to happen the second you do the exercise. And that's why I'm trying to share my journey of like how long it'll take, because I think it's hard to like want to be consistent about it. especially when you don't see results. But I always give things at least 12 days because that's how you turn it into a habit. And so I'm trying to do that. So again, appreciate it. Let me know if you have any more questions though. And you know, please leave a like. It does help. Uh, nice with the link if you could do that. Yeah, yeah, totally. I could find that. Yeah, he's a great creator. Um, yeah, and I think trying to, you know, figure that out and understand how to get to that in a way that doesn't seem like it's going to take forever. Because I mean, obviously, the main thing is that we're all trying to do this in the least amount of time as possible, and you know, it's difficult. It's hard, especially when you don't have a teacher like coming every week and like checking your progress. Playing trumpet, I've been playing trumpet since I was fifth grade, so basically 10 years old. Yeah, so it's basically since then, and I've been enjoying it. I like did started doing jazz mainly in high school. Yeah, so and like in high school, I was playing the blues scale, and I was loving it, and now I feel like I finally am understanding more. Like I look at a chord change, and I know I can play that, and I can play bluesy stuff, and I have just more options. Um, 12 days of pain. Yeah, I know. 12 days of pain. And I'm trying to like make sure that it's like not painful, because I think that's what would make me not want to practice it. So okay. Oh my god. You started last year. That's amazing. That's not even 9 months. That's amazing. Second octave C. So what have you? Let's see, like Josco, like what have you done? Like to how did you get to that point? Because that's pretty impressive, especially for only 9 months. Like what did you do specifically that would like that helped you? Maybe you could share with everyone else. That'd be great because that's pretty impressive. Like I mean, when I was fifth grade, obviously I wasn't doing that. But I was really practicing, and when I practiced, I was mainly practicing like to copy other people's tone because that was my main thing. I wanted to have like clear tone. I wanted to sound like a professional anytime I put it on my trumpet. Now I'm gonna sound professional when I'm playing Hot Cross Buns, but the concept of like copying people that you really enjoy is something that I think is really important. Um, so yeah, yeah. So let's see. Any other questions? Hopefully there's some more questions. If not, it's okay. This was great. I was not expecting this. I thought I was gonna be talking to myself. So it's cool. Spread the gold. Yeah, spread the gold, Josco. And another shameless plug. There's been 4 consistent people on here. If you could, those 2 other people, if you could please leave that nice, beautiful like, I'd really appreciate it. As it will be very, very nice and supportive of this amazing journey that we're trying to go through in the trumpet world. Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, let's see this. So I was really looking for money for my product defense at the university where I schooled, and I stumbled upon the trumpet. I was encouraged to play for gigs. What? What? That's amazing. I was really looking for money. That's so funny. Oh my god, that's crazy. Wow. That's hilarious. He was like, I was looking for money, so I was like, let me just learn this, instrument, brand new. That's freaking insane. Also, I appreciate it, Tommy. Thank you for the like. I really, really do appreciate that. What the heck? That's funny. Because it's like musicians are just like never known for getting money, so that's amazing. Wow. I have no words. What? Bruh, that's crazy. Wow. Okay then. That's pretty awesome. I'm not gonna lie, that's awesome. Wow. I like this person. Whoever told you to pick up an instrument and you pick trumpet, that's cool. I appreciate it. If there's no more questions, I'll give it like another minute. I'm gonna start getting ready to go because I have full-time work to do. So again, appreciate all of you guys. Let's see this. Let's see this. So let's see. And when I could reach the second octave C, I advertised myself. And when I could reach the second octave C, I advertised myself. Like what do you mean by that? Like I advertise myself as in like yeah, like drive was definitely, I mean, like that's amazing. 3 to 5 hours. I definitely remember when I was, practicing that much and I was able to practice it consistently. That's amazing. That's really awesome. And I'm so, like all by yourself is that's, I mean, that's awesome. Yeah, what do you mean by say advertise yourself? Appreciate it, Tawny. Yeah, I'm about to bounce in a second. We're all waiting for your answer, Josco. We're all looking at you, waiting to answer. No, I was kidding. Okay, let's see. I went to people and practically told them about my new skill, and I would love if they could. Oh, hey, very direct and to the point. I like that. I like that. That's awesome. Hey, Josco, I wish you the best of luck. Because that's amazing. I think that's what everyone wants to do, even if it's just for a hobby. So again, appreciate both of you guys. Thank you so much for supporting me and talking to me and stuff like that. Let's see this. And this they did, and I was able to gather some funds from Project Defense. That's fantastic. Like, that is so cool. Met the devils at the crossroads. I do not understand that. I'm going to be right back. I have to get a tissue. Yeah, I don't understand that, Tommy. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it, Josca. Thank you. Yeah, I'm not sure about the devils in the crossroads. I gotta take some allergy medicine after this. Yeah, I'm not really sure, man. Can you explain, Tawny? But to be good at it, totally. No, I get that. I get that. It's so interesting how people, pick up instruments. And it's so cool that you're able to pick it up so quickly. Like, that's awesome. Don't tell anyone that. Don't tell anyone that your trumpet is actually easy. And I want to learn the trumpet, yeah. It's like, I like the guitar. Okay, I'm about to check him out. I'm going to check him out. I like the guitarist. I like the guitar. Johnson. Yeah, I have to check out Robert Johnson. Okay, cool. I do have to run, but I appreciate you guys so much. I'll make sure to hit you guys up, Josco, Tawny, for being so supportive, and I'll have to hit up also have to hit up Claudia and Marshall, definitely. Marshall, Josco, Tawny, I'll have to hit you guys up. I appreciate you guys so much for all you've done. I hope you have a fantastic day, and if you haven't done your taxes, go and do those taxes, because I just did those a couple days ago, and that was a lot. So I hope you have an amazing day. I will have another post. Please let me know what songs you want to do. I'm going to post a community post. But other than that, have a fantastic day. I appreciate you guys so much. And if this time works for you guys, I might try to do these a little bit more often, because this was really fun. I really enjoyed it. So you guys are the bomb. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.